because the other day we were live with y'all on Facebook and Twitter and wherever else you watch us live, and we appreciate y'all, everyone that hung out with us, as we got our hearts ripped out of our chests as we see our team, one of the top 3 chances to get the number 1 pick, a 56+% chance of having a top 4 pick, have none of that happen, and see us get the 5th pick as the Sacramento Queens come in and take the 4th pick from us. The Oklahoma City Thunder, who had a worse chance than us, get the 2nd pick. Meanwhile, the 2 teams that were just as bad as us and had the same chances as us end up with number 1, Orlando, and number 3, Houston. Ryan, our Pistons, we watched them get dog walked the other night. I was not happy about it then. I'm still not happy about it now, but I did have to go do some searching on figuring out, because I was set. We were looking at Paulo. We were looking at Jabari. We were looking at Chet. It was one of those 3, and that was it. That was all I was thinking about. That was all I was focused on. I was putting that energy into the universe, and now I had to go do some research and learn about some of these other guys that we might be taking at number 5.
And there's going to be 3 guys at 5 that you hear a ton of. It's going to be Jaden Ivey, it's going to be Keegan Murray, and it is going to be Shaedon Sharpe. And all 3 of the guys are guards. A switch out from everybody looking at 1, 2, and 3, and they're like, oh, they're these bigs. Now you're looking at guards/forwards, really.
Are they looking?
Wing players.
Looking at Keegan as a guard? I thought he was going to be more like that wing.
Yeah, him and Shaedon will probably be a wing, and then Jaden Ivey be a more traditional guard, just in terms of his size. He's only 6'4". But if you're a Pistons fan and you follow college basketball at all, Keegan Murray and Jaden Ivey were both in the Big Ten, so you're probably a little bit more familiar with them than some of the other guys later on, a Benedict Mathurin or a A.J. Griffin or something like that. Guys who went to big schools, but you just didn't see play against Michigan State, whoever it is that you follow. And all 3 of these guys bring, I think, different types of skills. Jaden Ivey and Shaedon Sharpe are both like uber athletic. Jaden attacking the rim. Shaedon Sharpe, we didn't get to see him play last year, but reportedly he has a 49-inch vertical, which would be the highest in NBA history. Michael Jordan has 48. So Shaedon Sharpe would take the crown there. And then Keegan Murray is viewed as like a jack of all trades. He's not somebody who does one thing great, but he can come in and be a 3-and-D guy, and then you just hope he develops some other parts of his game. And the nice thing about the Pistons is that they have Cade Cunningham, where any of these guys are going to fit well next to him. You can argue who's going to fit the best, I guess. But with Cade Cunningham, he's, I don't even want to say like an amoeba, but just something that can mold into anything. He's clay. Like you can, not Klay Thompson, although I guess Klay Thompson, because he fits that too. But he's like a piece of clay where you can mold him next to any of these guys, and he will make it work. That's what I think Pistons fans are looking at. So we did a poll on our Twitter. Who do you want the Pistons to take at 5? And we gave these 3 names, Jaden Ivey, Shaedon Sharpe, and Keegan Murray. And we had a tie between Jaden Ivey and Shaedon Sharpe, and then Keegan Murray came in as the 3rd man, just a little bit below. The other 2 was still relatively close, but I think that's what you're going to see mostly from the fan base, is I think Keegan Murray will end up being that odd man out of these 3, at least that the fans want.
Man on a mission, I'ma get it, you know I be on a